39 Egyptian plagues and German plagues. September 1943. My German friends. Most of you know the ancient story of the exodus of the children of Israel from Egypt before Pharaoh permitted the exodus. His people were afflicted with plagues, the most serious of which was the death of the firstborn in all Egyptian families. Whoever lives in Germany today can appreciate what that ancient story means. He can speak of our time in terms of the plagues that have struck a modern nation. For the sake of Hitler's blasphemous self-confidence, one Egyptian plague after the other has come upon the German nation. The icy cold of the Russian winter, the heat of the African desert, the rain of fire over the cities, and the slow approach of the crushing enemy armies, but above all, just as in Egypt, the passing away of the firstborn. The Egyptian plagues have come upon Germany for the same reason that they did upon Pharaoh's Egypt, because of the arrogance and callousness of the ruler. And the significance of the plagues is to break the arrogance of the ruler and to expose him in his total wretchedness. Many will ask, why is the calamity striking us? Why has my son been killed when I never took part in the crimes of the Nazis? Why are we, his first victims, being smitten so much more by the angel of death than all others? But the history of nations shows that nations always suffer for what their rulers do. So it was in ancient Egypt. The firstborn had to be struck in order that Pharaoh be struck. So it was in Napoleonic France. So it now is in Germany 7. And more plagues have passed through Germany so that it can be freed from the iron grip of its tyrants. For the sake of Hitler's guilt, the angel of death is carrying away German men. To break the chains, the happiness of nearly every German family must be sacrificed. There is a mysterious connection between nation and ruler. When a ruler has power over a nation, the nation also has a joint responsibility. It has not elected him, but it has tolerated him. You who feel wrong today, ask yourselves whether once you didn't welcome him when he destroyed the Republic. Ask yourselves whether you didn't feel some satisfaction when the Jews were being eliminated. Do you still think about the secret pride which you didn't want to admit when German weapons seemed to be invincible? I am speaking to those who didn't like National Socialism, and yet who took pleasure in their development of power. I am speaking to those who shut their ears to the misery of Hitler's victims. These sentiments of secret acquiescence are what has brought the plagues of Egypt upon the German nation. The ancient story displays a double-ending Pharaoh gives in, but then revokes what was wrung from him, producing his own destruction in the Red Sea. Nothing would be worse for the German people than a peace in which Hitler remains. It would be the true and ultimate downfall of Germany. For this reason, Hitler must now be removed not only outwardly but also inwardly. The meaning of all the plagues that are now striking you is the separation of the German people from National Socialism. The meaning of the destroyed cities is the removal of the tyranny for which you yourselves had turned into an instrument. The meaning of the death of millions is the decontamination of the German soul. It is meaningless to say that a nation has to bear the plagues that follow from the criminal will of its leaders. There are plagues that are genuine afflictions of steadfastness, which come upon one possessing good conscience. But there are other moments when a nation knows. What we are now experiencing is the result of a tragic era, a doom that our rulers have brought upon us because we were too weak to resist. Today, the German nation senses this. The doom that rages on all fronts can be banished only by separating from the one who has brought it upon the German people, the tyrant and corrupter of Germany.